Once upon a time, in the magical land of Misty Mountains, there was a tiny dragon named Spark. Spark had shimmering blue scales, wings as light as clouds, and a heart full of dreams. But there was one problem: he couldn't roar. All the other dragons could roar loud enough to shake the trees and make rivers ripple. Spark, on the other hand, could only manage a little squeak. "Thunder, roaring is what makes us dragons!" Spark felt sad, but he didn't give up. One day, while exploring the woods, Spark heard a tiny cry for help. It came from a rabbit stuck in a thorny bush. Spark rushed over. "Spark, don't worry, I'll help." With his gentle breath, he carefully melted the thorns away, freeing the rabbit. "Rabbit, thank you, Spark. You may be small, but you're brave." Spark smiled and continued his journey. Soon he found himself near a village. To his surprise, a big, scary shadow loomed over the town. A giant wolf was scaring the villagers. The dragons had always told Spark to avoid human villages, but Spark couldn't leave them in trouble. Taking a deep breath, Spark stepped forward and let out the loudest squeak he could manage. Scream! The sound wasn't a roar, but it was so high-pitched that the wolf yelped and ran away, its tail between its legs. The villagers cheered, "Hooray for the brave little dragon!" When Spark returned to the dragon clan, the other dragons were amazed by his tale. Thunder said, "You may not roar like us, but you are a true dragon, Spark. Your courage is louder than any roar." From that day on, Spark was no longer worried about his squeak. He knew that being brave and kind made him just as mighty as any dragon in the sky. And so Spark soared high above the Misty Mountains, happy and proud to be the little dragon who couldn't roar. The end.